Do you have this experience? You're preparing for your next speech. You stand in front of a mirror. You begin. Fellow Toastmasters, guests. You want to say something, but nothing comes out. Oh my God. You know what? You have writer's block. Uh-oh. That means you're a blockhead. I know, it's kind of cheesy. It's okay. You can survive this. First, there's 3 things you can do. First, acknowledge the situation. Admit that you have writer's block. Don't panic. Remain calm. Take a deep breath. It'll come to you. Once you admit what your problem is, you can begin to solve it. It's like being sick. You go to the doctor, but the doctor can't prescribe the right medicine until they diagnose you. So admit it. You're stuck. You don't know what to say. Second, understand the cause of the problem. To prepare a speech, you have to have something to say. We all have something to say. You may not believe it, but it really is true. The difficulty is that we either aren't ready to share what we have to say, or we're afraid to share what we have to say, or we're just not willing to share what we have to say. If you're not ready to share your story, it could be because that story just hasn't gelled yet. You know parts and pieces, you have the elements, but it just hasn't quite synced. What do you need to do? You need to do what you do for classic writer's block, and that is begin to write. Just write it down. Put down on paper, or preferably in this electronic age, on an electronic document, the ideas, the elements, the concepts that you're trying to work on. And as you put them down, you'll sort them out, you'll be able to see what the relationships are, and it'll start to gel for you. Next, you could be afraid to share what you have to say. That may be because you're afraid of how your story will be received. You may not be sure whether these things that are important to you will be important to your audience. This one is a harder one to get over. It's kind of a good news, bad news situation. The bad news is, the way to get over this is you just got to push through it. You got to face your fears and write something, say something, share your story. The good news is, we're here at Toastmasters. You will never have a more sympathetic and forgiving audience. So don't be afraid. Be bold. Be brave. Be assured that what you have to say will be warmly received, and you'll get helpful pointers along the way. The third thing is that you might not be willing to share your story yet. That's probably, in most cases, because it's not perfect. Well, guess what? If you're a human, what you're going to share is probably not going to be perfect. We all make mistakes. But the only way to figure out what's wrong, the only way to really improve upon it, is to go ahead and give that and see what your response is, see what your audience reacts to, right? So put your story out there. Let your audience tell you where the flaws are. Guess what, too? The audience, if they're human, they also will not be perfect, right? So chances are the things that you're sweating about that somebody's going to find wrong, they're going to miss as well. What they will see are the big things that are wrong, and that will help you to fix those. So there's only one way to get those flaws fixed, and that is to go ahead and present your story and learn from your experience. Third, last, most important, believe in yourself. As a human being, we are each entitled to our opinion. As a Toastmaster, we are encouraged to share those opinions. And as Toastmasters in general, we are generally eager to hear other people's opinions. So believe in yourself, especially here in this venue, where you know that you will be aided and assisted in trying to make your presentation better. The more you practice, the better you will get at it. And always remember, it's very simple. To give a good speech, and I think Dale Carnegie said this, and he said it best, you really only need two things. You got to have something to say, and you have to have a desire to share it with the world. So share your passion. If you feel it, your audience will feel it. If your audience feels it, they will enjoy it. If they enjoy it, you will enjoy it. So, thank you. Next time you're preparing your next speech, remember these three things if you hit your writer's block. Acknowledge the block, understand the cause, but most of all, believe in yourself. Remember, you did not have to be a blockhead. You can be a Toastmaster. Mr. Toastmaster.